Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. We are now 2 days away from the highly anticipated Season 2 Update 1.2 Tombs of the Erased, and you can feel the buzz in the air. Whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube, and views and players, all the numbers are starting to go up. Engagement on Discord, it has been very, very exciting. We have a brand new Treasure Hunt community event in Discord if you haven't joined yet. We have Subathon 3, and of course, we have the updates for actionrpg.com. This is my brand new launched website. We've got Bike on here, Frozen Sentinel, The Curse, and myself. Engagement's way up. People are giving our feedback. It has been very, very cool. So what this video is going to be about is Sentinel. I'm going through each class right now and just trying to get you pointed in the right direction. If you're not sure what you want to play, if you just want to get started and then figure it out later, I'm going to give you some build recommendations specifically around Sentinel for this build. And the first build we're going to look up, you guessed it, Forged Weapons. Now, Forged Weapons is getting a little bit of an update. This is in the patch notes right here. Forged Weapons is getting a 30% multiplicative damage bonus, and they're going to take 50% less damage, which is great. It's because EHG fixed a bug on Phantom Grips, so this should compensate for that. So they took care of the bug, but they don't want you to feel less powerful, so they're just giving us upfront power and less damage taken, which is awesome. It is going to end up being a net buff for Forged Weapons. And of course, for this build, we will be using double Phantom Grips, which is going to give us a huge boost from our gloves. Now, one thing I love about this build is it is so easy. It is so easy to play. We play Warpath Spin to Win. So you're literally spinning around, and as you are spinning, you are making forged weapons, and then you are void cleaving into them to super boost your forged weapons, and then it just tears everything up. So if you like Minion, but you also like that animated weapon playstyle, basically you want to be a knight, but you also want to be a minion player, this is going to be the build for you. Right now, it is up to date for Season 2. We have the new idols in, we have the new passive trees, we have the new skills in, and in the description will be the link for the Last Epoch tools if you want to use that as well. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show off a little bit of gameplay for Forged Weapons. Just know this is from the update 1.1 build guide. So this is not an like fully up to date, but just to give you an idea of what gameplay looks like for Forged Weapons. Enjoy. The skills we are using is Void Cleave, and this is a traversal skill, but what you took this skill for is you want to Void Cleave into your forged weapons, and it is going to super boost them. We have sigils that are on instant cast that is going to give you survivability and more damage. We have Forge Strike, and we use this when we need weapons in a jam, because you can make them when it hits an enemy. But more importantly, it's going to give our forged weapons a lot more damage from the nodes in the tree that you will see when I break down the skills. For our meat shield, we are using Manifest Armor. And for this build, we've been testing, and I actually have some damage reflect in it as well. And then, of course, we are spinning to win. And the build literally could not be simpler. You spin. Spinning makes forged weapons. You void cleave into the forged weapons, and then you make your sigils when you need more damage and more survivability. Moving on to Void Knight, one of my favorite classes in the entire game. Now, an old build of mine, one of my most successful builds was Unstoppable Paladin, and unfortunately that build ended up being retired because we moved Unstoppable Paladin to Echo Rive Void Knight. It just made more sense. The build played a lot better on Void Knight, and I'm excited to show you this today. So one, sigils have been completely redone. They are now symbols of hope, and you don't have to worry about actually triggering them. They are automatic, but when you need a punch of DR through your new and enhanced Sun Seal ring, you are now going to get more damage reduction, so you're kind of going to be an unstoppable Void Knight. On top of that, in its skill tree, it now has a full Void conversion. So Echo Rive is going to have some new toys, same thing with its passive tree. We are also spec'd into Time Rot, so this is kind of a hybrid crit multiplier that's also going to be ticking 6 figures. For Time Rot, it is an absolutely fantastic build. People ask me all the time, Aaron, what is like the true barbarian? Like if you had to pick a melee bruiser, what build would it be? And there's a couple options in Last Epoch, but my number one build, if you're trying to build a barbarian in LE, is Echo Rive. This build is going to be as good as ever. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's so easy to play. So if you're new to the game, looking for something fun, also something that's going to be able to beat Aberoth, this is probably the build for you. Again, linked in the description. Check out some gameplay, some of the easiest gameplay for Echo Rive. We are using Anomaly, Sigils, Volatile Reversal, Rive, Healing Hands, and an Unspec'd Lunge. So we do not have a movement skill for this. I really wanted to get Sigils into the build since we are focused on Void, and we have the new Sunseal Ring, which just works really great. So we never have to worry about actually casting Sigils. And this build honestly could not be simpler. You just lunge pack to pack, you tear them up, and you move on. What you are looking at right now is 450 corruption. And it is very, very simple. Volatile Reversal is going to give you a boost to your attack speed, and enemies are going to take more damage. Anomaly is going to give you a boost to your attack speed and your crit, and you're going to do more void damage. Sigils are going to give you a boosted survivability, and yes, you're going to do more damage. And Rive is going to have the highest possible echo chance, and you're just going to tear people up with Rive and automated healing hands. At 450 corruption, I mean, this literally feels like nothing. Last but not least, let's talk about Paladin. And there's a lot of excitement about Paladin in the community right now because to take on the hardest challenge, Uber Aberoth, you got to be pretty tanky, and Paladin is one of the tankiest classes in the entire game. Now, what we're looking at is my Holy Smiter. And I don't even know what iteration of Holy Smiter this is. Maybe 7 or 8 every single season and update, we make this build stronger. And I'm happy to report that Holy Smiter with Electrify is now over 850 corruption, at least in our initial testing. And it's gonna look absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm not telling you you should build your character around skill MTX, but if you care about skill MTX, check this out. Trust me, I know they look ridiculously good. You have the Cosmic Smite, which was the first one, and the second one was the Crimson Smite. Now, looking at this build, there's 4 new items that's going to be with it. You have the new Descent Belt. This is going to give you a chance to cast Smite on hit, and that is 6 per every 10 seconds and can be cooled down with a potion. We have the brand new Orin Sunseal, which is going to give you a ton of DR and armor and give you levels to Symbols of Hope, the remade skill for Sentinel. We are using probably one of the most broken items in the game that will likely be nerfed if I was guessing. This is the new Countenance of Majasa that is going to petrify enemies around you, including bosses, which is going to give you tons of survivability. And this build is focused on Electrify now, or at least Electrify will be part of it. So now you have Electrify and slow chance on hit and increased duration of your Electrify based upon your Weaver's Will items. So you have a lot of new toys for this. And then, of course, the updated skill trees and the enhanced passive trees for Paladin, including the new idols. I am very, very excited around Holy Smiter Paladin. For my season start, we're going to be playing Cocaine Bear, Summon Bear, Beastmaster, and we're going to play around with Primalist for a little bit. And then as soon as we are done with Primalist, we are going immediately to Holy Smiter. So this will basically be one of the first builds that I play. And I think it's just going to be a blast. So anyways, those are my 3 build recommendations. Holy Smiter Paladin to get started. You've got your Echo Void Rive if you want to play Void Knight. And if you want to play minions, you've got your Forged Weapons. 3 different options. And again, there's literally like, I don't know, 20, 30 different builds out there. just trying to get you pointed in the right direction if you're not sure what to play. All the builds are updated on actionrpg.com that work on your cell phone and, of course, on your browser, and they are linked in the description. Don't forget to join the Discord so you can get in the new treasure hunt. Almost 5,000 members in the official Action RPG Discord. Also, for the subathon kicking off on Thursday, we're going to have game giveaways, movie night, game night. It's where we're going to be tracking our community event. Make sure you join the Discord. I'm done. Enjoy some Holy Smiter gameplay to take out this video. Now, we are using the Devotion Amulet, which means you want as much maximum mana as humanly possible with the lowest amount of mana without going negative, because it's going to give you a huge boost to your overall smite damage. And the skills we are using are Smite, Holy Aura, Sigils, Volatile Reversal, and Healing Hands. And we have a free shield rush on our bar. Oh, that was a pretty good run. And know that we are not spec'd into that skill. One of the best movement skills in the game, Shield Rush, and you get it for free. Because Holy Smiter, we are going to get base 46 spell damage because we use a shield. So it's one of those rare cases where not only do you do more damage, but also you get more sustain because you get to hold a shield. And it's a pretty simple build. You're going to run around, and I won't use the movement speed anymore. I'll slow down. We're going to run around, manually cast Smite. Since you're manually casting it, it is automatically casting Healing Hands. And since you're manually casting it, you have a 36% chance to double cast it. And ultimately, what we're doing is we're just running around, keeping our mana low, using Sigils to control our mana, Volatile Reversal so the enemies take more damage, and that we cast and run quicker. And by the way, gameplay is 433 corruption. This is 433. Done.